Hi there. So today we're gonna talk about jurisdiction. So ano nga ba ang jurisdiction? So if you would see here, juris means law and diction means to speak. So ibig sabihin yan, jurisdiction is to speak the law. So who has the authority to speak the law to you? So for example, who has the authority to speak the law to you and who has jurisdiction over you? So consider this family, all right? You have the child, the father, and the mother. So sabi ng bata, Dad, can I go camping with my friends? And what would the dad say? The dad would say, ask your mom. Therefore, in this scenario, the mom has jurisdiction over the child. All right? So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng jurisdiction, to speak the law over someone. So in terms of law, we have jurisdiction over persons and property. Number one, in personam. In personam is the personal jurisdiction over any person or business that resides in a certain geographic area. So for example, ako, taga Baguio, then I am under the jurisdiction of the Baguio government. If, for example, I'm from Baguio, but I have a business in Manila, then that business is under the jurisdiction of Manila. So, for example, let's say, sabi sa Baguio, bawal ang chismis. I have to obey that. Pero if I go to Manila, even if I'm a resident in Manila, then I have to obey that law. Kung may business ako sa Manila, na sinabing bawal magtinda ng sigarilyo, pero sa Baguio pwede, even if I'm a Baguio resident, then I have to follow that law. Alright? So, over person or any business in a certain geographic area. Next, a court can exercise jurisdiction over property that is located within its boundaries. So, in rem. So, ito over property naman. So, if I have a boat in La Union, but I'm a resident of Baguio, then that boat is under the jurisdiction of La Union. For example, I'm a resident of Baguio, pero gusto ko magpatayo ng bahay sa Manila. Then, the Manila now has jurisdiction kung ano lang pwedeng bahay ang pwede kong ipatayo doon. So that is what we call in rem jurisdiction over property. So number one, in personam, over person or business inside a certain geographic area. In rem, property that is located within its boundaries. Number three, long arm statutes. So long arm statutes, this is personal jurisdiction over out-of-state defendants based on activities, okay, based on activities that happened within the area. So a good example here, for example, there are two people. Isa taga La Union, isa taga Tarlac. Nagbanggaan sila dun sa Manila. So, there are different, silang dalawa, they're not residents of Manila, but they had a car accident in Manila. Isang La Union, isang Tarlac. Then, that car accident now is under the jurisdiction of Manila. Another thing, based on activities. For example, let's say the activity is jaywalking. Pwede ang jaywalking, for example, in Baguio. So if I'm from Manila and bawal ang jaywalking, susundin ko yon because there's an activity there. Next, if I'm in Manila and then I travel to Baguio, pwede ang jaywalking, pwede kong sundan. Alright? So that is long arm statutes. You have to follow the law based on the activities that is inside that geographic area. Number four, corporate contacts. Ano tong corporate contacts? For example, if I have two main branches, I have, let's say, a cell phone business, let's say Samsung, okay? I have a main branch of Samsung, okay, in Korea. However, if I want to sell cell phones in China, I have a branch office in China, then I have to follow that law there in China. So kung may corporation ako, marami akong corporation, pag sinabing bawal magtinda ng Jollibee sa, let's say, sa Tarlac, bawal magtinda ng Jollibee sa Tarlac, but I have my main branch is in Manila, I have a Jollibee main branch in Manila, then I can follow that law in Tarlac. Okay? Because of corporate contact. So sabi dito, a corporation normally is subject to a personal jurisdiction in the state in which it is incorporated regardless of the principal's office location, or meaning the main branch location's office. So magkakaiba yan sa in personam kasi sa in personam, pag-isa lang business mo. However, sa corporate contacts, if you have several branches, all right? So you have the in personam, in rem, and long arm statutes, as well as corporate contacts. So if you have understood that, I have a sample question. So here's the sample question. So on March 23, 2025, South Korea just passed a law wherein the consumption of marijuana is now legal for recreational purposes. Itong si Juan, a Filipino of legal age, a resident of Manila, traveled to South Korea on April 26, 2025 and consumed marijuana on the same day for recreational purposes. Noong April 27, he traveled back to Manila and arrived in the early morning. Okay? So, April 26, nag-consume siya ng marijuana sa South Korea, which is legal. April 27, bumalik siya sa Manila. Surprisingly, noong April 27 in the afternoon, nagkaroon ng random drug test sa company nila dun sa Manila. And of course, he was found positive. So the Philippine court now penalized him based on the implementing rules and regulations of RA 9165, which is the Comprehensive Drug Act, Section 15. So sabi dun sa Republic Act ng Philippines, any person positive for any use of dangerous drug after a confirmatory test shall be imposed a penalty of 6 months rehabilitation. Pero sabi ni Juan, wait, you cannot penalize me. I consumed marijuana in South Korea, which is legal. You have no jurisdiction over me, sabi niya. So, sabi dito, Juan however defended that the court lacks jurisdiction because he consumed marijuana in South Korea legally. So remember your long arm statutes, which is true. The Philippine court, however, said that since Juan is a resident of the said city, okay, they have jurisdiction over him, in personam jurisdiction. So who do you think is right based on that scenario? Alright, so post your answers below and kindly subscribe. And I'll see you next week or next session for our next lesson for about personal jurisdiction in the internet or cyberspace. Alright, so I'll see you.